Hey guys, Matt here, and I'm here today to talk about a new overstable mid-range. Came out last year from Yikun Disc Sports in China. It's their Crossbow or new mid-range. It's rated at 4, -1, 5, or 0.54. So that tells me they don't think this thing should glide at all and be very overstable. And checking out the profile, I tend to agree. If you take a look, super flat top, very high PLH. The wing is really nice and up there. And on top of that, it's got a little bead at the bottom as well. Not particularly deep disc, but not real shallow either, kind of middle of the road feel wise. The plastic is this Phoenix line plastic, which is different than the Phoenix line I've had from them before, which was very akin to the old Discraft Z, where it had a zippery top and was very rigid. This is gummy. This is like fluid plastic or G-Star level, but it's in the very durable urethane-based clear blend here. If you take a look, it's basically straight clear except on the rim. And the feel really reminds me of the Dynamic Disc Justice. I don't believe they ever made a Fluid Justice, but this VIP one's a little bit gummy. The profile is very close, not quite as scooped out, but really, really similar. Even the plastic being mostly translucent is really close on this one. And I wanted to compare these because I could not find one of the Crossbows at a higher weight than 162, which this one is, and this is a 168 Justice. So they should be similar in the flight. The Justice is a speed 5. I believe the glide is 3-0 on the turn and 3 on the fade, so they should be fairly close in flight. If anything, the Justice might be a little less stable and longer, but we'll see. I'll do a variety of throws, starting out with a nice full rip forehand throw, and we'll go from there. Woo. All right, so the flight on both of those wasn't that different, except the Justice faded a little harder. They're both around 275, 280, but the flight path was really different. I got the nose up a little bit on the Justice, and it faded out a little farther, but I don't know if you could see the Crossbow. It started out straight and hard, and it just dumped like a hard right turn. So I'm gonna give these guys a little bit higher, harder line, and see what kind of distance they're capable of. Okay, so the Justice went pretty well. That was about 345, 350. Nice flex line, netted fairly straight with a slight fade at the end. That's about exactly what I expected from that one. I hoped I could get it past 350, but good enough throw. The Crossbow, man, that started out on a nice Anheuser, got out to the middle of the field there and whipped back, and we're still going forward on a line about like that. Like a 45-degree angle, fading right, really hard. So I'm starting to think maybe the Crossbow is closer to a reptilian disc golf stego than the DD Justice. Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree. These look awful close, but those flights are not that similar. I'm gonna try and backhand. My backhand's not quite as powerful, but let's see what we can get out of it. Well, I warned you the backhands might not be terribly impressive. The Crossbow only went 255 feet for me, and the Justice wasn't much ahead. It got out to 280, which for a backhand for me with a disc this overstable isn't too bad. I'll take that. The flights were very reliable, and I could count on either one of these to go pretty much where I wanted them to on that backhand hyzer line. But in this death battle, I'm not sure there is a winner because they're playing different games. The Justice is your great complement to your normal stable mid-range. It's got that extra bite, great forehand feel, goes a fairly long way for a disc with a fairly low glide. You know, great overstable workhorse for almost any player. The Crossbow, it's just not quite as long. That one speed and I think 2 glide less, that makes so much difference. It actually is much closer to the Reptilian Disc Golf Stego, like I said earlier in the video. And I'm thinking I may not throw this in my normal bag, but I travel a lot with a small bag that only holds 5 or 6 discs. This could easily hold down that slot in between the Justice and Stego, where I usually have to pick one or the other. This can kind of do both things. So it's just about Stego overstable, and actually probably fades a little more than most Stegos due to its higher speed, but doesn't have the distance or versatility that you get from the Justice. So 2 great discs. I like them both a lot. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.